I'm joined now by Michael Mair, who is a member of the Assembly Business Committee. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Julie. Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you here. Would you like to just talk a little bit about the process and what you do for the committee and how the process of becoming a member worked for you?
Absolutely. So I, many years ago, was involved in Heart and Soul in running the youth tent for a number of years, just making sure that the young people at that event were catered for, that they had something to do, and that we could engage well with them. And through that process, I was working with members of what was the Assembly Arrangements Committee, which later changed to the Assembly Business Committee. And through that involvement, they began to have conversations to say about the work they were doing. They had oversight of the entire Heart and Soul event. And so I was then asked if I would be willing to come on to the committee and put my name forward towards nominations to see if that would work. So I filled out the application. I said what I was doing at Heart and Soul. I said why I thought I might have something to offer the wider committee. And I was delighted when the committee said, we think you might have something to offer. Have a 3-year term. And so I went on to Assembly Arrangements Committee and began to work on the Heart and Soul Project Board. And that was really interesting to work with a great array of different people, to see the wider work of the committee, which of course looks after the arrangements for the General Assembly and looks after the building of the Assembly Hall and the Moderator's flat at 2 Rotsey Terrace, and has 1 or 2 other small areas of work as well. A number of years ago, when the Radical Plan came into effect, everything changed. We stopped being the Assembly Arrangements Committee, we lost oversight of Heart and Soul, and we became the Assembly Business Committee. And at that point I was asked if I would start to convene the Assembly Arrangements subgroup. And so I became the convener of making sure the practical arrangements were in place so that the General Assembly can take place each May. And it's been really interesting to see all the work that goes into that.
So would you encourage anybody to just put themselves forward, look at what's available? Obviously it doesn't have to be Assembly Business, but it could be any of the other committees of the church. Yeah,
I mean, I think that serving at a national level gives you a number of things. It allows you to use your gifts and skills for the betterment of the church. It allows you to work with colleagues that, because we're spread across the entire country and beyond, there are very few opportunities other than in May when we can get together. These committees are great houses where people come together, where they share their ideas, where we work together and we are able to get to know one another. So there's a great joy there. And you can be creative. I know that sometimes the committees of the church are seen as these sort of quite stagnant structures that have very little room for movement. I've not found that at all. I find it to be a real place where you can be creative, you can bring ideas, and you can do things that might be different and see if that has resonance in the room. So absolutely, I think people should have a look at what's out there, the different committees, the different forums, and read what they're doing, what work they're involved in, and see what could I bring to that? What gifts and skills do I have that might tick some of the boxes that are there?
That's brilliant. Thanks, Michael, for your time today, and thank you for your enthusiasm in everything that you do.
Thank you, Julie.